In this video, I'm just going to give you a quick update on the Israel v Iran war, and I'm hearing news that for now the US is potentially going to start the conflict, so I'll talk about that. I'm also going to sort of talk about how this all affects our finances and what we can do to protect our money and potentially grow it. So if you're excited to watch the video, want to like, want to subscribe. If you've got any questions or comments about the whole Israel-Iran war or anything like that, comment below. Okay, so let's get on with the video. So Israel v Iran war, still highly volatile, and I'm hearing news overnight that for now Trump doesn't plan to attack Iran, certainly in the next 2 weeks. He's making up his mind, apparently. That's what we're being told. I believe all of the battle plans are ready. They're ready to go, but all Trump isn't giving the order yet. Apparently him and his negotiation team are making another offer to Iran to try and end this war. So I think we're going to just sort of see how this all pans out. Let's just hope the US does stay out of a war, because if the US gets involved, this could go down really, really quickly. It will not be good. But outside of the US joining the conflict, missiles are still raining down on Israel. Iran is absolutely battering Israel. What we're not being told in legacy media is that a third of Tel Aviv is now destroyed. I'm hearing reports that Israel have only got a couple of days' supplies left of anti-missile rockets, so their Iron Dome is really suffering. And if the US doesn't come to Israel's aid, it's not out of the realms of possibility that Israel could be defeated really within the next month, because it doesn't really have the weapons or defenses to defend itself. Israel's only a tiny country of 9 million people. Iran is huge. Iran is a massive country. It's got 95 million people. It's not really a fair fight. However, what I will tell you, and this is actually quite worrying, I don't want to go off topic here, but I think it's important you need to know. Israel have a doctrine called the Samson option. So basically, that reads that if Israel is facing an existential threat or crisis where leadership of a country is going to be wiped out, probably more likely the leadership, they reserve the right to fire their nuclear weapons at who they see fit. It's an open secret that Israel have up to 200 nuclear warheads at their disposal that are ready to go, but it's never been formally released. This is why this is really quite ironic, this war. Israel is sort of saying, oh, if Iran has a bomb, it's really bad, but actually Israel actually has 200 nuclear warheads. They're really the terrorists under the Zionist regime, so it's quite laughable, really, the war that Israel started, and they're paying the price. Iran is absolutely battering Israel. I think Netanyahu and his government are in trouble. And like I said, if the US doesn't come to Israel's aid, Israel could be defeated, and Netanyahu's government could basically collapse. Maybe even the Zionist regime with it. We don't know. But I think really, what can we expect moving forward from this war? Well, I think for one, it's going to be highly volatile. I mean, this war happened out of the blue. So I think really absolutely anything could happen at the moment. I think highly unpredictable. I think at the very least, Israel and Iran are going to be trading blows with one another. But like I said, Iran is formidable. I don't know how long Israel's got left, unless the US and maybe even the West come to that aid to defend them. This is why this is such a sort of like it's like a tightrope, really, not so much for Iran but for Israel, because I don't think they really expected Iran to respond with such fury. So really, Netanyahu's been caught with his pants down. He's probably being taught a lesson, because Israel is getting absolutely hammered. And we're not being told that in legacy media because they're very pro-Israel. But that is what I'm hearing. So, for now, US to stay out of a war, but like I said, who knows? I mean, Trump seems to change his mind, on the sixpence, and basically, he could give the order really at any moment. I hope he doesn't. I really hope he stays out of this, because if he gets involved, Iran could close the Strait of Hormuz, shut down all oil production in the Middle East, which would be catastrophic globally because the oil will run out. Petrol will first become insanely expensive, then it will run out, and it will cause utter chaos. And down the road, Russia, China get involved, and US are in a direct conflict with Russia and China, and really all the gloves are off, and we're in a global conflict, which no one wants. No one wants that. Maybe apart from some absolute psychopaths who are part of the Zionist regime. But anyway, that is where we are at the moment. Still a highly volatile situation, but at the moment it seems Trump is keeping the US out for war for now. It seems like they're negotiating with Iran to try and bring this conflict to a close, which everyone wants. No one wants war. Well, no normal people want war. So how is this going to affect the markets? Well, I had a look at the markets this morning. It seems to be pretty steady. Unless really there's an absolutely major event. Obviously, if the US joins the war, Bob starts bombing Iran, I don't really expect there to see much response from investors in the stock market. I think what we're seeing is what we're going to get. But obviously, if there's a major development like the US joins the war, bombs Iran nuclear sites, obviously, if Iran shuts down the Strait of Hormuz and oil facilities, that will tank not just the US economy, but probably the global economy as well, because that would be utterly catastrophic. So unless we see anything like that, I think the market's going to be pretty steady at the moment. So as for investing in ours, I mean, really, you've just got to stay the course. Even if the worst happens, you've just got to stick the course. Keep investing money. Don't panic sell. Don't panic buy. Just keep what you're doing, because like I said in other videos, history tells us that when markets tank, they always recover, and they recover stronger. So unless we're facing an existential threat from nuclear war and the whole world's going to be destroyed, the markets will always come back as strong, if not stronger, than before the crash. So very important to remember. However, having said that, there are some opportunities amongst the chaos. Huge volatility creates profit opportunity, and I think 2025 is going to see some very volatile swings in the stock market. So basically, trading, putting short-term trades on certain stocks using options and leveraged ETFs is a way I'm trying to, place short-term trades to make short-term profits to ride out the volatility, because uncertain times and volatile markets, are good profit opportunities. And the guy I follow for my trade alerts for trading volatile markets is Larry Benedict's One Ticker Trader, where he gives option trade alerts and leveraged ETF trade alerts. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the comment description below, but no pressure to do so. As for me, my lane is AI stocks. I think AI is basically the future. Even if all hell breaks loose, the elites who run the world, the big technocratic companies, the technocrats, global governments, they're shoving tens and hundreds of $billions into AI. So AI ain't going anywhere soon. With Musk launching his humanoid robot in July, Starlink's being built. There's going to be huge sort of sky grid that's going to mean there's going to be global internet anywhere on Earth. That is going to be used to basically connect all of AI. So my point is AI is the biggest bet we have ever seen in history. I love AI stocks, and hence that is my thing. But obviously, if you're interested in AI but you don't know where to start, or AI stocks and investing, I'll leave a link down below to my favourite AI stock advisory service, which is Jeff Branson's Near Future Report. Been a member since 2022, love it. It's really helped me navigate the AI industry and invest in some really strong AI stocks. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description below. Also, I've created an AI one-page stock brief, which brings you up to the speed to the AI market really quickly. And basically in that report, I give a snapshot of 3 of my favourite AI stocks. You can go away and research. If you want to download that, absolutely free. I'll leave a link in the comment description below. That's what I've got for you guys. The Israel-Iran war, highly volatile, but for the moment, seems Trump is keeping out of the conflict, which is good news. So let's hope it remains that way. Thanks for joining me, and I'll speak to you soon.